Hello, welcome back to Smart Martial Arts, the YouTube channel where we go over everything martial arts. In this video, we're going to be picking up where the last video picked up of making forms look better. This was originally supposed to be last week's video, but the recording software that the editing software that I used didn't want to work at all throughout the week, so I just said screw it, it's Christmas, whatever. But here it is now. So, as I mentioned, it's going to be how to make forms look better. There's 4 ways that I teach how to do this. One of them is low stances. Another one is look where you're going to strike and block. 2 is show your blocks and strikes with meaning and power. And then use your ki if you use them. So, to demonstrate this, I'm going to do a very lazy job of like the first, third of Shaolin Kempo's one pinyin. So it's going to be super quick, but it's going to be efficient just because I don't want to take forever doing a form that's like 20 years long. So we're going to do that one, and this is what the sloppy version looks like. Now, did I over-exaggerate the sloppiness of that? Absolutely I did. But here's why. When you first start, you probably don't know all that much, and I'm assuming of course it's your first time starting. But when I was going up through the ranks, I heard the first one we're going to talk about is lower your stances. And that was the first one I heard that makes you look more advanced, because when you see people in like the tournaments do it, like the Krieger tournaments, I think, they're always super low. And then also, with that, the other one is to make your strikes and blocks look good, because when you watch them, they have like a stiff gi, and if you can hear it, it makes the whooshing sound. I don't think this gi will do it, so I'm not going to try. It's a very lightweight gi pants. So with those together, you do that. You lower your stance, and then you mean what you're doing in the form, because what a form is my definition is a simulated attack of 3 or more attackers. So if we go through that, it's a simulated attack. So you're not gonna fight someone like this. You're gonna fight someone the way you spar, except a little bit more. So how this is the way I teach it, and the way the other instructors teach it, is to do your forms like you're sparring the 3 people, or however many people it is, whatever direction you're going. So, with that, you get low stances, and then with the low stances, that has a lot of half movement, which is this, here. And when you do that, it's kind of weird to do it when you are low. You want to do this. It's bouncing weird. Don't do that. Stay at one level the entire time, and it'll look so much better. The third one, and probably the third most important, I think, we're going to go just down the line, is looking where you're going to go. And the reason for that is, in there, I did block, punch, and then when I went to go behind me, it was a block that led to a punch. In a lot of forms, when you turn around, you're going to either block, punch, or whatever it's going to be. How do you know what you're going to block if you can't see what you're doing? That's the way I teach it. If I have to go from here, and I have to block behind me, what's this going to do? I can't see if it's a punch or a kick. So I look, oh hey, it's a punch. Bang. Oh hey, it's a kick. Bang. So you look, and it makes it look more realistic. It doesn't seem like you're omnipotent. You can be like, oh, I know where he is. No. We're not, we don't have spider sense. That's not realistic. And then the ki-is is kind of weird. I don't know. I'm assuming most styles of karate and stuff like that have ki-is. I don't know. So with ki-is, if you do them in your style, put them where they're supposed to be. If you don't know where they're supposed to be, there's either you can ask, which is probably the best way to do it. But then, if you're kind of making it want to do like a more of a showy version, where you're going for like a ceremony, because at the end of our black belt tests, the last half an hour is a ceremony where all the parents and the people running the test and the testers watch the people going for their next rank and they choose like a form, a few combinations, a few graphs, all that kind of stuff. They get to do it, and the point is to show off. That's the whole point of it. So we're always like, make this look amazing. So when I was helping during the last test a few months ago, I told them where they could put the strikes in to make it look better and sound good, and to bring it all together and make it look a little bit cooler. So my rule of thumb for adding key eyes if you don't know where they go is the beginning and the end. At the ending, or I guess the ending of the salutation, or where there's a thing. I'll go over that. So with that, also when you transition from, I call it the hallway, where this is one hallway, that's two, and that's three. When you're going, it's a short form, so it'd be very loud and very chaotic if you did like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 key eyes in there. So I wouldn't do that in this form, but if it's a longer form, we have a lot of hallways that are lengthy, you can do it at the end of that. With that, if it's not the end of the hallway, it could be the beginning of a hallway, or a strike that is cooler or more like pow, more showy. You can do it at the end of that or during it, so whatever, up to you. So putting all of those together, here's that short in one opinion with all of those, and I did citation wrong. So here, I'm just gonna do it my way. Like, so I'm in my low stance, I look, and I don't move. At least I don't try to, like, that's where I put that. And I don't try to bob up and down. Like, now obviously, I'm not that good, so I'm gonna bob up and down, but it looks a lot better than if you were to visibly bob up and down. Like with that wasn't too bad, I don't think. But those are just ways you can improve your forms. It's kind of a quicker video, but I think it's important to go over because I like forms, and I think those are the things that people have the hardest time on are forms, and I don't even think it's close to anything else. That and maybe sparring, but sparring is a completely different animal. But forms, if you can, first things first, you have to learn your form. You can't make it look good if you don't know it. So learn your form, know it really well, and then take the time. Remember that goal talk we were talking about? Take the time, like, okay, my goal for this next whatever is to make my forms look more advanced, look better, look like a black belt, whatever rank you are going for, or whatever the case may be for you. But learn your form, and then you can start adding things to make it look a little bit better. Like, oh my god, he's really good. You know, show off your instructors with how good you are. And that's all I have for today. If you have any other recommendations or you didn't agree with something that I said, leave in the comments below. I hope you have a good one. I hope you had a good Christmas, and have a good New Year. I'll see you in the next one.